Hello all, Onigato here for Oni in the rain. Getting drizzled on right now. And we're going to start over here with the oregano. I say the oregano because there's no potatoes left. I'm 99% certain that any potatoes that are down there are just going to have to go to the next generation. Again. It's been raining this last week or so as Gordon, I think it is. Tropical storm Gordon is breaking itself against the Texas coast. So up here in the central Texas area, it's pleasantly cool, comparatively speaking, and raining a lot. Marigolds are definitely looking the better for it. The potatoes, unfortunately, never stood a chance. Again, they just got baked. The peppers have put on a fairly significant amount of growth in the last 2 weeks, I'd guess. And again, you can just kind of see buds all over the place. So, if the temperatures can stay nice and cool, we might actually get something out of them. Otherwise, well, yeah. Over here, these strawberries are developing very nicely. They're throwing runners all over the place, and the runners look like they're actually trying to take. So, over here, these strawberries are also throwing runners all over the place. And they're starting to take too. The radishes, which are back there, look really nice. They've been, this break in the heat has been really good to them. So, yay. That is catmint or catnip. And the plants themselves look really nice and healthy. I'm still not seeing anything from that matchweed. So, yeah, I'm going to go for another source next time. Down here, they don't show up very well on the camera, but the asparagus fronds are doing very nicely indeed. Yeah, it's year 0 for them, and it takes typically 3 years before you get anything. But next year, I'm going to go ahead and transplant the crowns out to, I'm not sure where. Over here, the beans. These, yeah, the beans ended up dying just all of a sudden out of nowhere. The strawberry that's in there is doing okay. Small, but it's okay. I have no idea what's growing in there. I'm just going to let it grow. The tomato is crap wonderful. You can see old growth is just disgusting and just dead. New growth looks really good. And that goes for all the new growth, even all the way up to here. I'm still getting little teeny tiny tomatoes. Nothing bigger than a knuckle, if that, and that little pinky knuckle. But it is throwing flowers, so I was going to keep letting it do its thing. Muskmelons, I've got one growing up in here. There it is. And it should be ready to harvest in a couple of days. I don't see any cucumbers. I may not even be seeing any cucumber plants at this point. It's kind of hard to tell. The cucumbers and the muskmelons have very similar flower formations on them. So, yeah. Some of the plants are doing absolutely terrible. Others are doing pretty well. Identified those. They're peas. And they're starting to spring up pretty nicely. A couple more weeks and I should be able to just start training them up the trellis. Just like everything else. So, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them really. I think I'm going to train them up and then train them back down. if they let me. Over here, one of these things. So I don't know what this is. Might be whatever the straw was. Just starting to sprout up. But it's not what I want, so it goes. That will eventually, one of these days, become a salad. Eventually. I did get out here just before the rains really started and sprayed everything down with some neem, and it helped. And then the rain started, and it's been raining every day for the better part of a week and a half now. So the aphids are back, and they are pretty heavy. Yeah. And not just aphids, but all sorts of snails and everything else. So you can kind of see water levels over there. And that's actually watered down. It's been only it only just started sprinkling. Blueberry, doing okay. It's not great. I mean, it looks like it's maybe flooding out or something. I don't know really. Blackberry is liking the fact that it's no longer 100 degrees every single day for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. So that's pretty much what's going on around here. The apple tree is in a bad way. It's in a pretty bad way, but with all this rain the last week or so, it's put on some new growth. I'm losing this thing over here, this tree right here. It's got rust and just all sorts of mess. But it's coming around. The rain's really helping, and the fact that it's no longer 100 plus every single day really helps too. So, let's see if we can get the apple tree in this shot. You can see it just doesn't look great. It's got some new growth on it though since the rain started. So, well, that's the look around. You all have yourselves a good one.